Okay, hi, hello, let's be here. I just woke the fuck up, so I might be yawning a bit. Anyways, yeah. Where's the audio for the game? Where's okay, there it is. Okay. Yes, it's fine. Same. Cool. Right, I forgot we're also just waking up soon in the game too. We were traveling, that's right. That's right. Cool, both me and Rain are both tired. Hi, I don't know what your name is. I don't know. But hi, hello, well stream.
Rain, wake up. Is it morning already? You slept like a baby. Everyone else is outside stretching their legs. Sorry. You didn't have to wait for me. I must have been really tired. I don't mind. I'll always wait for you.
Wonder if anyone else would swap in his place if we'd been with someone else. Just realized. Smiled wildly for the first time in what felt like ages. There's been no chance to just enjoy each other's company lately compared to when we first met. In fact, it felt like we hadn't gone to talk one-on-one in a very long time. Marcel sat in the corner quietly breathing. Hadn't moved a muscle this whole time. Really out cold.
How are you feeling? The last few days have been pretty hectic, huh? I'm happy it's over, honestly. I feel tired. This must be the most excitement you've had in years. Excitement is one way to put it. Even in the last few days, so much has happened. I'm happy we can finally rest a little. Yeah, I'm happy it's over too. Well, mostly. I wish I could have done more. I don't know. It just feels like if I tried harder, there would have been a better way to fix things. Me too. I've been entirely useless. Not at all. I wouldn't even be here if not for you. I know I showed you the way out of the forest, but it's not enough. I'm not enough. I want to be able to do something too. Even Sign has been more helpful.
I mean, Sign's kind of been something else, anything. I think he's only been helpful because he's a city boy compared to you, Fawn.
You're fine how you are. You don't need to change for me. And, you know, I know it's a little late into the journey, but you can turn back anytime. No one will think any less of you.
We're kind of, actually no, I guess it doesn't really matter how far away from the forest gun someone's burned down.
Can you turn back anytime? Would you be prepared to just stop? Well, no. There's only one path for me to follow. Me too, then. I'd follow you anywhere. If you'll have me, that is. I wouldn't want it any other way. In fact, I'd probably have to come get you if you left. I don't know what I'd do without you. Yoo-hoo!
Oh, fuck off, Sign. We're having a moment here.
It's too much. Make sure to wipe off the seats when you're done.
What? We're not doing anything.
Oh, I can picture it now. Rain pinning you down to the chair, furiously undressing you.
Oh my god, Sign. Not now. We just woke up.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! We're just talking.
Come out here and talk then.
Does he think we're... Just ignore him. He wants a reaction. Okay. We're coming out.
I'm really curious if whoever we've been putting focus on is the one that talks us there. So we pushed open the door that led outside of the carriage and stepped into the cool air. The cold washed over my skin, making me pull my clothes in tighter and icy wind with the trees rustling the leaves, chilling me down to my bones. Already far from Oxboar, it felt freeing, like I could finally breathe.
Ah, look who's decided to grace us with his presence.
Leo was laying against a tree a short distance away. His arm crossed over his chest. Zion bounced to my side, pushing Fawn out of the way.
I hope you weren't having too much fun without me. I wanted to stay with you too, but someone told me to leave.
You were being noisy.
Boo! Was not. I just wanted to get a look.
Look under.
Which is why I kicked you out.
Ooh, Fawn is being a bit possessive.
Good morning, Rain. Did you manage to sleep well?
The featured man approached me, a calm smile on his face.
I did, thankfully. Sorry that I slept in so much, though.
Well, now that we're all awake, it's time you answered our questions.
Maybe if you asked me really nicely.
Oh my god, dude, you are so elusive.
Come on, just a little pretty please.
How about you tell me and I don't put a knife through your gut?
Ignore him. He's not good with mornings.
I'll answer any questions you have, if I can. Why don't we start with an introduction? My name is Varys, and this is Ilron.
Ilron, right, that's her name. Varys, so he truly is the same bird as before.
I'm sure you're wondering about what happened with Nox and Soren. I know that you're still worried about them.
Was meeting you in Stagwish just a coincidence, or...?
Well, we weren't there as a welcoming party for you, if that's what you're asking. We were stopping by for some personal business before heading to Oxabor for work.
Work?
I take bounties occasionally, if the job interests me enough. A demon in Oxabor? Well, that's pretty exciting, right?
We already knew that something evil was dwelling in Oxabor, as it had for a great number of years. I'm sorry to admit it, but we did use you as kind of bait. I promise we had every intention of getting you out of there alive.
Which makes me wonder if we probably... I'm pretty sure there's an achievement, because there's a bunch of hidden achievements for this game. I wonder if there's a hidden achievement for, most likely, leaving town and letting these two deal with whatever occurs. Whether or not that leads to them dying or something. Because it did seem very serious with the way we had that small moment.
You knew I was going to be taken?
We knew it would happen, just not when or how. We followed you back to Soren's mansion, and when you didn't come out, we came in after you.
What happened in there must be shocking to you, but you handled it well. Many others wouldn't have been able to deal with it.
What did you do to him? Is he actually a demon?
I consumed his soul. It's a delicate process. Take too much and they'll die. To answer your other question, yes, Nox was a demon, but Soren was not. I think an explanation on what a demon truly is would help. Tell me, do you believe in the gods?
Here's the man in front of me. Do I believe? Of course, I followed them all my life. Believing that they watch over me unseen is different from believing that one stands right in front of me.
I... do? They watch over us from above, right? At least... that's what I thought.
I like that, say at least. That's what I thought, given everything is known is flipped so hard upside down. Smiled at me.
You're not exactly wrong. That's what they are meant to do. A long time ago, most of us fell from above. I think I mentioned it before, but many of the old gods died or faded away, stuck with no believers. Others took immortal forms, but found themselves nearly powerless. Many went insane, unable to deal with the loss of everything dear to them, and decided that death was the better option. Others continued living, trying to find their new purpose.
Are you telling me not a single god is left to watch over us?
Not exactly. Some remain, but they're so far out of our reach. I'm not sure if we'll ever be able to rejoin them.
Oh, that would explain maybe whoever's been speaking to us is most likely is a god from above. She did mention we were out of her reach now.
Then a demon is...
A fallen god. But two are the same except in name and attitude.
Those that choose to feast upon the souls of humans or other creatures gain considerable power, but it's looked down upon. It goes against everything we want to protect. A god that gains power through devouring souls is called a demon. That's what Nox was.
So then what? How bad is it if you only take a bit given if that's what he's done?
Many years ago, he was the god of the hunt, watching over both humans and animals alike. But he was corrupted by the greed of mankind and turned against them. I know you want to blame him for everything, but he's also a victim. The way he went about his revenge was wrong, yet I feel for him, tortured and torn apart by the people he swore to protect. It must have been painful.
Then you are also a god? But you...
It pains me to have taken part of his soul. It was my first time, but it was the only way to help him. We could have just killed him and been done with it. But something about Rain's plea made me want to do more. I just hope it'll actually help.
You did that to help Sora and I, despite being so against it.
You turned from a bird into a human, right? Can all gods do that?
It takes a lot of energy, but many of us can change between our mortal and other forms. I feel like I should reintroduce myself. My name is Varus, and I was once the god of harvest. Now, I mostly wander from place to place, trying to help where I can. I'm not so different from any of you.
The god of harvest? Huh. Okay. Harvest, okay. Part of me feel like I'm say a joke, but I don't know how. Like, I really feel to say that joke. Oh god, sign is definitely rubbing off.
Ilron? You too?
No, I'm just a regular guy. We just happen to be traveling together. Although, god of sex or god of good looks
God
would
damn
both
it,
suit
dude.
you pretty well, huh?
Gross.
Ew.
What do you mean, you sign? You're of all the people in this group, you saying you? On.
Wow, that hurts.
We get along well, and I enjoy our time together. Well, I hope that answers some of your questions. I know it's a lot to take in.
Well, that's so many questions. For some reason, beings above it all fell down to the moral world. Many of them died, some of them became demons. Some wandered the roads of Vetus, no different to a normal human, Varus. But the speaker, he talks to them, passes their messages to us.
I think it's about time we left. If we wait around much longer, I think your driver might die of a heart attack.
Look back towards the carriage, half of either's face stuck out, watching us. We noticed that we were looking at him. He yelped and ran away.
He's an interesting character.
I'll go deal with him. I'll join you in the back in a moment.
I walked back towards the front of the carriage and the rest of us piled into the back. I sat across from Varus and Yvonne quickly found the spot closest to me.
So, you're on your way to Oxabor searching for a mysterious man named Caspian. I think it's time you explained yourselves to us.
Leos, but he just shrugged. Even he thought we had no room to argue.
Okay, Leos and I, we come from a town a few days from Stagwitch. We've lived there all of our lives, but I got into some trouble and had to leave. Okay,
It was more like I was expelled. Leos followed me, and we ended up traveling together.
Followed is probably the nicer way of putting of how he went about finding us.
Right now, I'm on a journey to find some answers. I'm hoping that Sid Kayam will hold a solution.
And this place, what's it called?
Well, I'm hiding it.
Aurelia Cavella.
Please tell me Varys knows.
I thought so.
Oh,
A
Ilrin
mythical
knows?
town secluded deep in the forest, led by the divine speaker.
You know about it? Have you been there?
Looked at Varys for a moment before his eyes returned to me.
No, I just have a personal interest in the place. What could you have possibly done to be kicked out, I wonder?
Here, look.
Raised my arm, pulled up my sleeve. Ilrin ran his fingers over the markings, examining them closely.
I was thrown out for trespassing in the Speaker's archive. I hoped to find out what this marking meant. When I was found, he wanted to have me killed. I guess I got off lucky, and I ended up cast out into the forest. I'm not sure if you know, but at the time I thought it was worse than a death sentence. I had no clue there was civilization outside of Aurelia Cavella. I still don't know what it says, but I think Caspian might know something about it. He's my last hope. Have you heard of him?
I heard that he died. That's all I know.
I have reason to believe that he fled, and is still hiding in Sid Kayam. Soren basically confirmed this for me.
Interesting.
Sid Kayam is a vast city like no other. But I hope you'll be able to find him.
Zion came in the door and sat himself between Fawn and I to Fawn's dismay. Of course. Fawn just wants to be lovey-dovey without really being aware of it, I think? Or I think he does know, I just doesn't want to admit it. Or at least out loud. The familiar feeling of the cure had been pulled, resumed, and we kept going on our way to Sikam.
Yawn! Just another day or so and we'll finally be home.
A day or so? Are you kidding me?
Aw, were you hoping for longer? Worried you'll miss me when we part ways?
More like I'm worried for your life if we're kept in an enclosed space any longer.
Guys, the trees, they're all completely red. What's going on?
We're passing through the Amaranth forest. The trees stay red throughout the year, which most people find a little strange. I'm used to it.
Somebody better keep his cool while we pass through it.
Get Leo's head up. Look of disgust on his face.
Excuse me? You think I'm not capable of keeping my cool? Why would it matter anyway?
Oh, just proving it right.
He's not wrong, you know. You better be on your best behavior. There's a legend about the Amaranth. They say that an inexplicable anger takes control of people that enter, giving them an urge to kill. The angrier you become, the more likely you are to be bewitched.
Oh gosh, is that what we're gonna have to deal with now?
Apparently, blood from the killings that occur seep into the ground and feed the trees, and that's what made them turn red all year long. Or so they say, anyway. I certainly haven't been taken with an urge to kill, yet.
People would usually choose to go around the forest, even with the delay it causes.
It's faster this way. I'm sure we'll be fine.
The faster that Nox and Soren can get some help, the better, even despite the risks.
Is it actually true? Do a lot of people die here?
At the very least, I can sense the lingering essence of many souls in these woods. That's not to say that the legend is true, however.
That's a little scary. Without warning, Sino wrapped an arm around my shoulder and pulled me in close to him.
Are you scared? Don't worry. I travel through here all the time, and I'm completely fine.
Completely fine? You? Hilarious.
I guess in some way completely fine.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Get off of him.
Bleh, make me.
Do you really want me to come over there?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Are you bad with instructions or just an idiot? You just got told to keep calm.
I'm perfectly calm.
I don't think that's how you describe what being calm is. Leo being a literal hot-headed.
Just suppress your jealousy for one night. I'm sure if you ask really, really nicely, you can wrap your arms around him next time.
Even Illirin's making fun of him.
What? Why would I want to do that? You know what? Forget it. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Sleep tight.
I'm really surprised he has not left the group with all this bullshit he has to deal with. I think the sun had left the sky long ago and it was already deep into the night. Time flies when you're having fun. Most of the others have already gone to sleep, but I couldn't. It was big and round in the sky, full moon quietly. Opened a small window, reached my hand out towards it. Even if I was far from home, we were still under the same sky. I'm doing fine.
Ouch.
It brushed against my fingers, leaving a thin slice down one of them. Blood fell onto the forest floor. How sharp does a leaf gotta be to do that? My eye then lit back in my seat, leaving the window open. The soft, cool breeze felt nice. I was fully expecting that woman's voiceover again. Like my eyes opened slightly. Outside it was still dark. I mustn't have been asleep for long. Everyone else still had their eyes shut, sleeping. The gentle rock of the... Wait a second. Why have we stopped? While I opened the door and left the carriage. Oh, the streets really are red. Oh, that is very... Now that I have an actual visual, that is kind of like ominous. Light from the moon illuminate the area enough for me to find my way to the front of the carriage. No one sat in the driver's seat. All three horses were nowhere in sight? What? Something moved in the corner of my vision. When I looked closer, I saw a large bird perched on a low branch. It spread its wings wide before flying off into the night. White, brown, and yellow, an eagle.
What's happened?
You're awake too?
I heard you open the door and leave, so I thought I'd come check on you.
Ether, he's gone. All the horses too.
Stay here. Let me go and wake everyone up.
This did not take long to find something going bump in the night again. With his hand resting on the carriage, he found his way back inside and returned with the rest of the group a few moments later.
What do you mean he's gone? He wouldn't just take off.
Well, it looks to me like he left us stranded out here. Not even a single horse in sight.
Why would he just leave us here? I mean, he didn't like us, but is that enough to...
I've known him all my life. There's no way he abandoned us. Something must have happened.
Whether something happened to him or not really isn't the issue. Either way, we're still stranded out here.
What do we do?
No point sitting around waiting for him. I say we start walking now.
They trekked through a forest.
Is it far?
Walking? Probably a day and a half. Not impossible, but we do have luggage.
Leave it to me.
I ran and went back into the carriage and turned to Soren over his shoulder.
Show off.
You want to help, Leo?
We only need to cross the forest, and then we'll practically be at the gates of Sidcam. If I get too tired, one of you will have to carry me too.
I wouldn't count on it. Anyway, you probably need the workout. Surprised you can stand with your scrawny little legs.
No one else complains about my legs. In fact, I usually get complimented on how well they wrap around people.
Well, I can't deal with this shit.
Follow me. It's still late, so I say we walk for a little and then find somewhere to set up camp for the night. Sound good?
Lion and Varus walked ahead and leaning us. They walked close together, but not close enough to touch. Their relationship was truly interesting. Why they started traveling together in the first place, though? Would have known. God and a human walking side by side as equals. It sounds impossible.
It's freezing tonight.
It's only going to get colder. Sidcam is covered with snow for most of the year. It's like a winter wonderland.
Oh, are we gonna get the winter outfit already?
How can you survive if it's always so cold?
We've adapted. We grow our food in greenhouses and make sure to dress warmly, pretty much. You'll have to try to get a hold of some winter clothes when you get there.
Yeah, open. He eyed up the leaves and fawn.
You two especially. You'll turn into popsicles with that much skin exposed.
I already feel like I'm turning into one.
And sounds could be heard in the far distance. Far enough to question if you truly heard them, or if it was your imagination. Sounds like whispering, as if the trees were talking to each other. Shook my head, dismissing such thoughts. Must be the branches creaking in the wind. There's no other explanation. Continued on like this for a while. Only a few words spoken between us. Almost were frozen to the core and exhausted.
Let's set up camp ahead, slightly off the road. Wouldn't want to get run over by a passing carriage in the night.
Amaranth sat against a tree and everyone collapsed into a heap in the undergrowth of the forest. Surrounded by the scarlet leaves and brambles, the moon still set high in the sky, giving off no signs of leaving anytime soon.
Let's decide watch for the night, so there's always someone awake to keep an eye out.
An eye out for what?
I have no clue, but I'd rather not find out. For now, I'm gonna go find some stuff to light a fire with. Leos?
Need my help, do ya? Fine.
Two disappeared in the tree line, leaving me with Ferris, Sign, and Fawn.
This isn't exactly where I expected to be staying the night. How will I survive sleeping like this?
You know, I'm surprised that... Oh wait, I guess maybe it's unaware? I feel like if anyone would probably free this, most likely... Ferris? Just for the fact that the only thing he has on is just a cloak. If no one can notice the fact that, his legs are kind of exposed. As being a god, you just kind of not be aware of temperature.
Oh, Fawn! You must be used to this kind of thing, right? What? You know, being a forest dweller, this must feel like home to you.
Groundon looked away.
Aw, you're no fun. It's so cold. How will I even live through the night? If only I had someone to keep me warm.
You can sit close to me if you need to.
Okay, Fawn. I get it. You're jelly. Clearly.
Fawn? Huh? Yes, Rain?
Smiled sweetly. I mean, I thought I just heard him click his tongue, but I guess not.
My Rain is such a sweet, kind boy. You should be careful, you know. If you run into the wrong kind of person, you could get taken advantage of. Don't you worry. I'll keep an eye out for you.
Thanks. I've always been told I'm a little bit of a dope, but I'm trying to stop trusting people so easily.
Zion leaned into me, snuggling up close.
You three seem like an interesting trio. I'm surprised you all get along so well.
Really starting to question if getting along is really the right way of putting it, given Signs like absolutely making all three, or mostly just Fawn and Leo's absolutely uncomfortable.
Get along well? Is that what you think?
Well,
He was so quiet up until now, I almost forgot he was there. I'll talk to him properly soon. I almost feel like I have to learn more about him. It's important.
Since we have a lot of time on our hands, I wanted to ask, can you tell me more about Sidkeum? What's it like?
Imagine a vast city of marble and gold, with pools of water that freeze over during the cold months. Imagine a scene of tall, peaked roofs against the backdrop of snowy mountains.
it's beautiful. Especially when snow lines every walkway and kids are out building snowmen.
Have you seen it?
I forgot to mention that when I'm not in this form, I can see just fine. I'm sorry if I confused you. I lost my sight in exchange for this human body. A large price, but nothing when compared to the alternative. I've had the last few hundred years to get used to it, anyway.
Oh, so there's a price to pay for being in human form? Okay, then that explains why you seem to be fine in bird form.
As a bird you can see? Why wouldn't you keep that form all the time then?
I don't know. I can do more to help while I'm like this, but I think half the reason is that I enjoy being able to talk with Ilron. I've definitely spent more time in this form since we met.
You two seem really close. How long ago did you meet?
Must have been around 7 years ago now, when he was only 19.
Was he as much of a handful as he is now?
No, he was much worse.
Oh, okay.
He was especially broody and sometimes hateful. But we've both learned a lot from each other. In a way, I feel like we've taught each other to be human.
Ah, I see. So he's become the absolute opposite now compared to before.
What do you want to know?
I'm just curious about you.
Yeah, well, I'm not in the business of giving out personal information to bastards like you. Sorry.
We'll resume this conversation another time then.
Please don't.
What are you two talking about? Take it, Elrond's poking at him for info. Just then Elrond appeared from the shadows, both with arms full of twigs and leaves. Bickering, they were both carrying more than I would have thought we needed. Shook my head and forcing my laugh down. It was like a competition to the two of them. I just wasn't used to not whining. They piled up the tinder and wood. Elrond took a small flint out of his pocket. The fire. Quickly, the whole pile became a light. I'm too tired. Tired of reading. Turning to the roaring flame. Arms spread through my body quickly, and I could finally feel my fingers and toes again. We all gathered in close, raising our hands to the flames. All apart from one. One sat a small distance away against the tree.
Aren't you cold?
No, I'm warm enough over here.
No, you're not. You were complaining about it not that long ago. You are not fine, Fawn.
I'll take watch first. Leos?
I'll go after you if I have to.
Put me somewhere in the middle.
Whatever is fine.
Fawn is not doing good. I don't like the attitude. He's jealous of it still. Feel bad. He's clearly jealous. Said whoever's fine. I'll go after Fawn?
I'll go after Fawn then.
As long as it's not like a trick question or anything. Like, oh, you're supposed to go after this person because this person's going next and fuck off. I don't want to deal with that choice.
Well, that was easy. Varys, you can take the slot after Cabbage Patch over here.
Cabbage Patch?
Got it.
The rest of you should get some sleep while you can. There's only a few hours until sunrise.
The heat from the crackling flame was... I'm sneeze. Or not, and his nose gonna fucking itch. The heat from the crackling flames was finally starting to make me feel a warm sleepiness. I lay down by the fire and closed my eyes. Sleep found me despite the location. It was quiet, completely, utterly quiet. Not just the camp. Most of the others were still curled up, fast asleep. It was my mind voice speak to me, reaching through my empty dreams. It was like, thoughts has become dark, blank. With a sigh, I sat up slightly. It was strange, really. Fast you can become accustomed to something. And hearing that voice, why did it feel so wrong? It's so alarming. I took a look around the camp. Everyone was asleep not far from me, so I guess this shift must ended. Don't think I will be able to go back to sleep yet, so I might as well get up and stretch my legs. Sitting at the same tree, I saw it before. It's sleep. I not reading that at all. Sitting at the same tree I saw him at before I went to sleep with Spawn. That must mean my shift is coming up anyway. Might as well join him for a bit.
Sleepy?
He looked up at me from the ground with tired eyes.
Maybe a little, if I'm honest. A short walk like that wouldn't usually tire me out, but... Combined with all the other stuff, it's not surprising that you're worn out. It must be close to my shift now. I just happened to wake up. I was going to come wake you soon. I thought I'd let you sleep a little longer. But since you're already up, how about I just stay for a little while and talk? I mean, if you don't mind, that is. We don't get many chances to chat, just the two of us.
Mr. Two, spending the days wandering in the forest, collecting food and talking without a care in the world. Why can't it both feel like it happened long ago and just the other day?
I like that. Do you want to stretch your legs for a bit? We could take a short walk.
Reached my hand out towards him and pulled him up to reached my hand out toward him, pulled him up to stand beside me, and lingered on his for a moment before he pulled it away.
We shouldn't stray too far, but that sounds nice.
Walked around the camp's perimeter, our shoulders brushing against each other on occasion. Felt comfortable, secure. It was only natural to walk side by side.
Rain, you're really brave, you know that? If I was the one in your shoes dealing with Nox, I'm not sure I would have made it out alive. That was no thanks to me. Without Elron and Varys, I probably wouldn't have survived. I owe them a lot. I'm sorry I wasn't there for you. That's not your fault. Nox did something to you and led you away, right? There's nothing you could have done. It's comforting to hear you say that, but I still regret it. I promise I'll be there next time. I just hope it'll be smooth sailing from here on out. And there won't be a next time. I hope so too. You really have a knack for getting into trouble, though. Don't you ever have a quiet day? I gotta admit, the first 18 years of my life were dull in comparison. Now every single day's exciting. Exciting might be a slight exaggeration, but it's certainly been lively. I just can't help but feel that we've been caught in the web of something completely beyond us. I can barely comprehend all of this.
I mean, when at least one of us has their whole worldview flipped upside down, yeah, it's probably something definitely beyond us. It's not wrong.
What do you think about Elron and Varys, by the way? Well, they're a strange pairing. How could a literal god end up traveling with someone like Elron? Elron seems strong and capable, but also kind of like he holds a lot of secrets. Varys, though, seems like a nice guy, which is the weirdest part.
That's the weirdest part.
I think I like him, and he feels kind of like meeting an old friend, but he doesn't exactly feel godly, right? I do believe him, though. My family followed a god. I'm a follower too, but thinking that most of them are wandering around similar to Varys, I wonder, was there anyone around to ever hear my prayers? I find it difficult to believe too. I'm not sure how much I've mentioned about the speaker, but he's meant to talk with the gods, to listen to their requests and pass on their judgments to us. Has he been lying this whole time? I don't know.
That's so weird, because there's definitely gods above, so maybe that bit is at least true? Or maybe a relic of El is being protected by those gods in the first place? His arms above his head, stretching, stomach poked out, little more than usual. His body was toned and strong, but different to Leo, softer. was overtaken with sudden, an inexplicable urge to feel it. Yawn and I used the chance to poke at his stomach. Ah, it's firm. I should have known.
What are you doing? Oh, sorry. Your stomach is just so cute. I had to poke it. It's so firm. I want to touch it more.
Oh, are we already going to get all... Everyone else leave it still.
Well, if you really want
Oh, Fawn. Gonna really let him fondle you?
Am I interrupting?
Nope!
to. Ah! I'm gonna go to sleep. Good night.
And turned and ran back towards the camp. Flurry. Bear stood with a hand against the tree, staring in my direction.
It sounded like he was in quite the rush. Did I embarrass him?
Why would he be embarrassed?
Well, perhaps he would have rathered I didn't hear you flirting.
And Rain is completely unaware that's what was happening.
Flirting? Who? Me?
You're from Aurelia Cavella, right? And this must all be new to you. I wanted to ask if you'd like to chat for a while. Care for a walk?
So we go for a walk with Bear. This is not fun. Okay. Sorry, Fawn. I didn't realize. Really can't blame him for being in this dance when this has been completely new to him.
I'd love to.
For a while, we walked silently through the crimson forest, dyed black from the absence of light. We lit up enough of the forest for us to avoid finding ourselves lost, at least. Every now and then, I heard the whispers of something far off in the distance, soft buzzing sounds that almost seemed like words, but they were unreachable. No matter how I strained my ears, they wouldn't reveal their meanings to me.
Do you hear it too?
I do. What is it? Insects? Animals?
Even I'm not certain, but I have a theory. I believe that long ago, a god inhabited and protected this land, but not any longer. I can still feel the wisps of a powerful soul here and there, but I don't sense anyone watching us. Perhaps that god moved on or disappeared and left behind a gift to protect this forest. Or perhaps his soul is still stuck here. I don't know.
Or it's part of the trees, and that would be why it's red and they're like half deadish.
More gods. I feel like everywhere I turn, I can't avoid them.
I don't blame you. You've had a lot of encounters that most people would never even believe. I'm not sure if you're lucky or not. I could be wrong anyway. Perhaps nothing inhabits these woods. Maybe it's a crazy hermit living in the center all by himself, driving off travelers.
He laughed a little, raising his hand to his mouth. It was strange how calm I felt around someone I'd only just met. It's gentle and caring enough so that I instantly felt okay with sharing more about myself with them. It's strange how calm I felt around someone I'd only just met. Weren't we also kind of calm with Fawn? Completely a new feeling we've encountered, I think.
Can I ask you something?
I'm always here to listen.
For a while now, I've been hearing strange voices in my dreams. Sometimes they're quiet, but sometimes they're frantic and loud, too. I don't know what they mean. But since we entered these woods, I haven't heard that voice. Not even once. You'd think I'd be happy about it, but I want to find out the truth. Not just have them disappear. You might have no clue whatsoever, but I thought it was worth asking.
Perhaps the remnants of a divine do lie inside of the Amaranth then, and it's stopping whoever is speaking to you.
You think it's actually someone talking to me? Not just strange dreams?
I do. Yes. It's just a matter of working out who.
Fuck. We circled around the camp and found ourselves back in front of the campfire. Bear sat first and motioned for me to sit next to him. Others all laid scattered around, sleeping soundly.
You're curious, aren't you? About me.
I am. If you're comfortable answering, there's something I'd like to know more about. You're a god, born from the heavens, but you said that you fell and had to take a mortal body, right? Like Nox, too. He was inside of Soren's body. Does that mean...
Ah.
No, this body wasn't originally mine. The consequences must be dire for a god to take a human body. Nox was an exception, since the two existed within a single body. But normally the only way a god can take a human form is to enter a body at the exact second the original soul leaves.
Huh? Wait, so that... Oh. The only way God can take a human form is to enter a body at the exact second the original soul leaves. Wait, is he then controlling a corpse?
So, they have to die.
Then... your body...
That's right. When I was on my last legs, and I thought my only option would be to fade away, I was offered the body of a dying infant. The parents were both believers of mine.
Oh.
They prayed and prayed to me to save their child, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing I tried could save him, and it was a decision that weighed on me heavily, to take that body. But the parents, my parents, rejoiced. They named me Varus, after the god that saved their child. I grew up as a human, on a farm far away from here. My life was simple and happy.
A human family? Where are they now?
They're long dead. This was 300 years ago.
Oh, that doesn't sound right. Did I hear that right? Am I too tired? Did I mistake that? I could have sworn Vera said 300, not 500. I think I'm gonna need to check that. Hold up. Is there a mistake there? Did I hear that right? Or again, am I just that tired? I'm not paying attention anymore.
I'm... sorry to hear that.
Don't be. They may be gone now, but they still live on inside of me. I'll never forget the warmth that they gave me.
Wait, also, if it's been hundreds of years ago, that, because clearly he's visibly aged. I take it we're going on the side of his body doesn't completely age to a certain extent.
I never told them the truth, not even on their deathbeds. I hope I did a good enough job at being their son.
It sounds to me like you were always meant to be their son.
Thank you, Rain. Growing up as a human gave me an insight that I never had before. Not in my life as a god, or my life before that. For that, I'll be forever grateful. I think that's the difference between Nox and I. He didn't get the chance to experience human warmth, so he never connected with mankind. He was thrown into a world of violence and deception, tortured for simply existing. I can't imagine how I would have turned out if that was my first experience with humans. It's difficult to blame him for what he did. Perhaps some of them truly did deserve to die, but he involved far too many innocents. It wasn't his place to judge them.
I can't forgive him, but he's also a victim in this, right?
That's right. A victim of circumstance. He never chose the life of a god. Anyway, I've kept you far too long. For now, go rest. We have a long journey ahead of us tomorrow.
Will you be okay by yourself?
Of course. I've somehow managed to survive these last few hundred years, so I think I can manage an hour or so.
From my place beside Varus after saying goodnight, in a spot a little further from the fire. Silent sleep found me almost instantly upon shutting my eyes. If he's gonna keep watch, I wonder if he has to take bird form. Given that's the only way he could visibly see better. That also sounds like that's probably the most vulnerable he could be, being in bird. Woke up to the sound of the morning birds and the shuffling of feet Opened my eyes, found Ilron checking over the camp.
Well, good morning, sunshine. Didn't feel like sleeping in today?
It's lucky I got any sleep out here.
Oh, roughing it every now and again is good for you. It builds some character. Plus, it really makes you appreciate those days where you have a roof over your head.
By the end of this, I should be full of character then. Maybe my expectations are too high, but I'm going to try to stick to a bed, at the very least.
Suit yourself. Since you're up, how about you go wake up your little posse?
One time I woke up the other three. Leo grumbled and told me it was too early. Fawn got up, no issue, and Cyan clung to me when I poked at him. Fawn's Chargrin? I approached Soren quietly, but then realized that it didn't matter how late it was. I wasn't going to wake up anytime soon. After all, his chest softly rose and fell, stuck in that eternal slumber. At least he was alive. Hold on, Soren.
All right, it's about time we left. Otherwise, we'll just be wasting daylight. Come on, Leos, don't look so down. If you're really that tired, I can give you a piggyback. Or would you prefer princess style?
Oh my gosh. Leos is never gonna rest until we're finally out of here. We have Sign making fucking lewd jokes with them. We have Ilron fucking toying with them.
I prefer for you to disappear from my sight and never come back. I see you're not taking my preferences into account.
I'll be out of your hair soon enough. Being stranded out here wasn't my choice, you know.
On our way back to the overgrown path, we continue onwards. Right to the woods went on for as far as I could see. Does this truly lead us to Sid Cam?
How far are we from Sid Cam?
If we continue at this speed, we should be there by tomorrow morning.
Think of it positively. Just one more night out here and then we'll be there.
Well, then that doesn't sound so bad.
Maybe not for you, but my legs might fall off. Rain, carry me before I die of exhaustion.
Are you kidding me? I only just started walking.
My fragile, delicate body isn't used to bushwhacking. Rain.
Bushwhacking? I've never heard of that.
Just for a little bit.
Knelt down and he climbed onto my back, his arms around my neck.
Oh, poor baby Synaculus. Those short legs tired?
Nah, it's my ass from the pounding Rain gave it last night.
What?
What?
I'm in sync with Fawn here. Oh my god. Sign, quit telling lies and slanders.
Oh my.
Not you two, Varys. His mouth was a perfect circle at Sign's statement.
Sign? You shouldn't lie like that.
You're right. I'm fine even after.
Oh my god, Sign.
Sign?
Just drop him now.
Fine. Yes, it's my short little legs that are tired. Sadly, the fucking was only in my dreams.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't imagine how the playthrough would be if you go with his route. He cuddled my head in close to him, attracting the angry gaze of both Fawn and Leos.
No one wants to hear that shit from you. Keep it to yourself.
Hey, Rain might. He's plenty interested in me.
Not for this route. Fuck off. Really interested in Fawn here. Bickering continued for a while before dying out. Walked for a few hours until the sun was high in the sky. After a while, Sign got bored of being carried, decided that knowing Leos and Fawn was more fun. Sunlight was warm and comforting, but the air was still crisp. Frosty breeze still blew through the treetops, rustling leaves. It was rocky and even walking more difficult. I looked towards Varys. He wasn't even wearing shoes, so was he not struggling? Actually, not wearing shoes is a little strange.
Can I ask you a question, Varys?
Because we're not gonna be stopping with these questions.
Of course.
Why don't you wear any shoes?
More like why doesn't wear really much of anything besides a poncho, but yeah.
That's because
Wow, you haven't heard? It's the hottest trend in Sid KM, you know. It's a sign of strength. Nothing can beat you. Not the rocks in the road, or the cold, or those tiny steps you never seem to notice and bang your toes on.
Wait, really?
It's true. All the hottest guys in Sidcam are rocking it. Alas, I don't think I could do it. But you should try it out, Rain.
You aren't getting our feet.
Then, why are you wearing shoes, Elron?
Me? I'm not brave enough. I don't think I could withstand the responsibility of being the strongest, most strapping man alive.
Oh my god.
Varys is tough enough for the both of us.
Please give us an actual answer. Don't fuck with us. Please. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw Leos eyeing up his boots. He reached down with one hand, but decided against removing them.
I don't think I'm as strong as you, Varys. I hope one day I'll be able to take off my shoes too.
The fuck was that noise? What was that supposed to be? Oh, I think that sounded like a weird fucking voice from the distance or something. Unless my headsets are breaking out. I don't know what that was. Unless I'm going crazy because I'm tired and lacking sleep this week.
Yeah. You do that, Rain.
This sounds kind of...
Wait, I'm curious. Are we able to... Wait, no, that's log. No, I can't. Okay. For some reason, I thought there was a bunch of replay audio.
Shh, you. Don't spoil the fun.
Oh, on another note, there's actually something else I wanted to ask. You
Bro, we're
mentioned
just
that
gonna
something
just
had
not
happened
tell
to
him.
force most of the gods down to Vidus, right? What exactly happened?
Have you ever heard of the Aurelian War? It sprung about when the king of Sigcaum outlawed the speaker in the Aurelian religion.
Oh, the sign mentioned something about that. That the crown prince and the speaker left Sidcaum and formed Aurelia Cavella secretly.
That's right. Before then, the Aurelian religion was spread over all of Vidus, but once it was made illegal, anyone found practicing it was punished severely. When the speaker left Sidcaum, he took with him the only way to contact and speak to the gods. We had a choice to make. Leave with him and be trapped inside of Aurelia Cavella and live, or stay on the outside with no believers.
Oh, okay. So it's very much in its own, like, actual world.
As you know, having no believers means death. Most of us went. Some of us decided to risk it and stay to watch over Vidus. With no followers, we lost our power and fell to the mortal realm, taking bodies where we could find them, or choosing to die.
Oh, so then the ones that are still above are again either in Aurelia Cavella, or they actually have followers. Oh, okay.
You already know what happened after that. Many of us were found and killed. Some were tortured and experimented on. And some went on to live human lives, blending in with society. We're all still trying to find our purpose.
Then the speaker does speak to the gods? I was starting to doubt him.
That's right. Although, I imagine they're not all too pleased with being stuck inside of Aurelia Cavella all this time. He wouldn't have an easy time controlling them.
Why does he keep them trapped there? Why not let them go?
I don't know. I've never met your speaker, and I haven't been able to contact any of my fellow gods trapped there. In 500 years, anything could have changed. He was always meant to be our connection, our lifeline to mortals. It's sad that we lost that. Although, now that I can actually talk to you all, that's nice too. Rain, may I ask you a question?
I mean, we're the one asking around here, so might as well.
Huh? Of course.
If I asked you to return to Aurelia Cavella right now and stay there your whole life, would you? You'd never be able to speak with Fawn or Sign or any of the people you've met ever again. Would you want that?
I never felt trapped, you know? We didn't know any better, but now, if I was asked to return now, aware of everything going on, out of my reach, I wouldn't be able to.
Smiled at me again.
That's right. I'm sure that's how they feel too. They've been cut off from everything they loved, everything they watched over. If I were them, I would be making my anger known.
How?
Simple things. Making the wind blow just a little bit less, the soil less fertile. Things that, over time, would force people to act.
That's...
That's an interesting way of seeing it, because normally in those situations, people assume that the gods would abandon you. Huh.
Not so different to what it's been like for the last few years. Okay, I want to get this straight. You're saying that a bunch of gods are trapped inside Aurelia Cavella, desperate to escape, and are trying to make our lives a living hell.
It's the only way for their voices to be heard.
What stops everyone from believing in them out here?
Well, some remain, secretly worshipping their favorite god, but not many.
My family, once upon a time, we worshipped a god too. But my parents always told us to never speak to anyone about it.
What's the god? Can we get a name or what the god is, please?
We don't. In Sid Cam, it's practically suicide to follow any gods, both socially and literally.
Speaker is truly what he says he is after all, then if he has to be correct, right? I'm starting to think that maybe what he told me wasn't true, that my judgment was actually a lie. Like, could amount to something. But that doesn't matter. Gods, people just like Varus, are stuck in there against their will. Speaker knows this. Knows, but leaves them trapped.
I don't like the look in your eyes. Don't try to get involved with something that has nothing to do with you.
I mean, it might, given we still have no clue about these marks.
Does it have nothing to do with me at this point? I want to help them. Maybe somehow would be able to.
Take one step at a time, Rain. It's admirable, but you should try to solve your own mysteries. Freeing them will be no easy feat, even if we somehow manage to find Aurelia Cavella. I don't know how you'd go about letting them out.
I know exactly where it is, though.
No, we don't. Given it's weirdly vanished.
That's not the problem. It's surrounded by an unnatural mist that serves to keep out strangers.
I came across that too. I was following the river, and then found myself back at my house in a daze. I had no memory of it.
Then even returning home one day will be impossible?
Nothing is impossible, but just focus on one thing at a time, or you'll find yourself tripping up. You need to find Caspian, right?
That's right. That's step one. Then we'll work out the rest as we go.
That's right.
Oh, bird! Branch of a tree, a small yellow bird flew out and landed on Varus' shoulder. In an instant, fun was at his side.
You know, one of the best things about having a human body? I can be the one doing the petting.
Reached up and gently stroked the bird's head and beak, and it tweeted happily.
It's a little sad, though. The older I became and the more I grew up, the less people around me wanted to be pet.
Aw, I'm sure if you asked nicely, lots of people would gladly let you pet them.
Oh, you should try asking Ilron.
Me? Oh, Varus, would you be kind enough to give me a pat on the head?
Of course.
Reached up and smoothed down Aileron's messy hair.
What about you, Rain? Fawn? You too?
Both lowered our heads and Varus gently patted our heads. I had to guess what I'd be doing today. Being pet by a god wouldn't have been my first idea.
Leos?
Yeah, no thanks.
Would you rather Rain do it?
What? No, of course not. Well, I mean, unless he wants to.
He's not hiding it.
Ooh, me too. I want a pat.
One glance at me and then back to the ground a couple of times, trying to get my attention.
Do you want one too, Fawn?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, we're just petting everyone. You can practically see his tail wagging happily, like a little puppy.
You know, you act like an obnoxious prick, but you're pretty whipped around this guy, huh? What do you owe him?
The irony of that coming from you is hilarious.
Oh, no, Leos, you got it wrong. I know what's up with them. They're married.
No. I don't think marriage is really exactly, but it's...
What? You're badly mistaken. We're friends, just friends.
Yeah, it's just friends, but kind of making our way past that.
Rain, you're very sweet, but the two of us, yes, we're just friends.
Yes, I'm pretty sure, surely.
Seriously, a god and a human? Oh, that would be an accident waiting to happen, right?
Watch Varys out of the corner of his eye.
That's right. It would never work.
And do I look like the type to settle down and get married? Don't be stupid.
You're right. Sorry. I just assumed from the way you two act around each other. Guess I was wrong.
Or, I could just be wrong for now. It has been only, 7 years was mentioned? Alright, this is 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 26? I would assume Aileron is then. Depending exactly, of course, what time is and all that mum jump to figure out an exact date. Wow, the 26, 27. So, yeah. Clearly, they're just good friends. Clearly. That's all it is, and nothing more. Okay, but I think I'll end stream here for now. It's been an hour-ish? Yeah, hour-ish. Okay, so yeah. I think that'll probably be good enough time to stop there. Ending on totally just friends. So, yeah, so anyways. Hopefully things go smoothly with the situation I'm dealing with. I don't have to deal with any more hackers. Oh my god. Hopefully I really don't have to deal with it. But we'll see. So anyways, yeah, I'll bring up Instagram. We'll be done. Probably set up the stream for this again. Probably next Saturday again. Same time as usual. So anyways, yeah, Instagram will be done. So anyways, have a good day, night, evening, or have you. If it's been fun watching in some way, or some weird way. And, yeah, anyways, bye.